These are going to be my top tips that I found so far, and some of the ways to go about maximizing the airdrop as well, and how to go about even getting the airdrop. So the first tip is in regards to the mount. The mount is something that you get just by doing the quests. The problem with the mount is HP loss as you use them, and to get this HP you need to feed it certain food, which you can find at a vendor in Raven Crest. It's kind of south of the farms. The problem with that is it costs us 1,000 silver for just 1,000 HP, and you go through that fairly quickly. So silver is going to be quite important. It'll make more sense when I give some more tips. That gets quite expensive. The only other way I found to feed your mount is with cooking. So you can cook and make this food for your mount, and you'll get that at cooking level 10. So personally, that's what I'm waiting for. So you can see it here, the rations. It's going to be corn, wheat, and potato. You'll get these via your farm, which I'll run through, which may be equally as expensive as buying it from the vendor, but this way you also get to level your profession. So personally, I just haven't been using the mount, and I'm waiting until my cooking is high enough level. So you might be thinking, what do you use the silver for, or why is it so important? It's important for farming, which we'll go through, but it's also important for leveling your equipment. So if we go into infusion here, we can put our items into this slot and then level them with these warbands or even other gear. Now the tip here is I would recommend just leveling all your gear, even your tier 1 when you have it, and tier 2, because you can use that gear that you've already leveled to level your upgraded gear. So for example, if I get tier 4, I'm currently using tier 3. If I then get better tier 4 gear that isn't as leveled, I can use this gear that I've already leveled and chuck it in the slot here, and that will transfer all the experience to the higher tier gear. And as far as I can tell, there's no experience loss. Maybe check the comments down below. Someone might correct me and say there isn't a bit of an experience loss, but the way it's worded there, it seems like you don't lose any experience during the transfer. And real quick, if you haven't started playing this game yet, I'll leave a referral link down below. We both benefit from that, so you can use that to start an account. If you go to the archetypes, you can see these are basically your classes. The main class is, or archetype is archery, and I've also started to go into warfare just to get the passive. And I'm hoping this will give me some healing on my auto attacks and damage. That's why I've gone there. And then I'm just under spiritual. I thought that might give me some caster damage and maybe some heals. And there was a passive here that reduces skills by 10% for their cooldown. So I thought that might be okay, but I might end up changing that. And to change your archetype, you will click on which archetype you want, and then it'll say, are you sure you want to pick this? And you click confirm, and then it will ask you which one to replace. Now this does bring your average level down. So your level is the average level of the 3 active archetypes. So all mine are 24 right now, but there was a time where I accidentally picked Holy, and I leveled it before I found all this out, and I then swapped that out for Warfare, and Warfare was at 0. So my legacy level, which you can see at the bottom here is 25, stayed at whatever level it was, but my average level for my like abilities and skill points dropped. However, the new archetype does level up quite fast, and you can see now I'm only 1 level behind my legacy level. While we're talking about the archetypes and the skill tree, if we go to Raven cards here, you can get bonuses to your skills by opening packs. And you will need to equip these. If we toggle skills to cards here, you can start equipping these cards to your abilities. How do we get these? We go back to the Raven cards, we click on packs, click get pack, and you'll get it by using these Dawn essences. It's going to cost 300 essence. You will get quite a lot of these. I've already opened up a lot just from doing quests and things like that. You will then open a pack of 5 cards, and these are the type of cards that will come up. And then go into your archetype, like I said, and toggle cards, and then you can start adding them. They're just bonus effects to your ability. Just a few common questions that I've been getting. How do you access your farm? The quest system will bring you to where your farm is, the community farm in Raven Quest. It's kind of just here on the map. But once you're there, you'll need to toggle house mode. So you can see you just click up the top there. That'll actually bring you to your farm if you're in the vicinity. Otherwise, it just shows you what's ready to gather. This is another silver sink, so another reason why I'm saying don't feed your mount is because you need a lot of silver for your farm as well. You build a house, so this one's free, but to build a proper house, you might see some houses as you run around the world. I'm pretty sure they're only from land owners with the NFT land. The other frequently asked question is, how do you sell all those useless items? When you're in Raven Quest, there is the collector. So I'm hovering it over there. That's like the opposite to a vendor. This is somewhere where you can sell all those useless items. General rule, if they have a silver, like when you hover over them, if they have a silver value next to them, that means you should just offload them at their collector, like this one here. Just a quality of life thing, sometimes it can be quite hard to find quest location. It'll come up on your minimap as a yellow circle, kind of like this. Sometimes it can help if you're struggling to find either the NPC you're looking for or the location. What you can do is just left click on the marker. In this case, I can do it for this vendor, and it'll take you right to it, usually, or at least take you really close. So the next tip is going to be in regards to the airdrop. You're going to be getting quest tokens for how much gold you get. Now, gold doesn't have a utility in the game. It's purely just for tracking the airdrop, as far as I can tell. And the best way you can get it in-game is by doing the adventure board every day. So you can see it's going to refresh in 8 hours. I've already done these two. This one was just getting experience from killing mobs. This one was from getting experience crafting. And this last one, I just need wood cutting, chop down some trees, and some herbs, which I can easily do. I think you get about 50 gold for each of these. So if you do these every day, it's 150 gold. You get good experience, and they can be fairly easy to do. You might just need to reroll one if it's too difficult. The crafting one was actually quite difficult. I probably wouldn't be able to do that every day. Kind of went all in on that trying to get this one. So these Aether Rifts charges, I'm pretty sure you can't use till Legacy level 30. So we'll worry about that when we get there. The other way to find airdrop points is just by doing achievements. So you'll see them on the dashboard on the website, but for example, reaching certain Legacy levels will give you gold. So the next one will be at level 30 for me, and just a range of different achievements, reaching certain levels for your professions and things like that. But if you appreciate these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. I do these type of videos for every game I play. At the moment, it's really just Raven Quest and Illuvium. Any other game that I think is worth playing is usually what I cover.